Marco Colbert, Speedokote Refinish Network. Alright guys, we got another full body paint job. These are the ones you guys love. This one's a little more pricey. This is a $400 paint job. We got some kind of, I would say too pricey base for it. And then we are stepping it up a notch, pressing on the gas pedal a little bit. We're using the SMR 42, which is one of the more expensive clears. Me and Cody have been working on this car on and off for months. Body work, I mean just the whole car needed work. Quarters, we went ahead, we did a little fiberglass patch on it. However, we ran a little short on the filler, so we try to fill that gap a little bit so the bumper lines up. But everything else is pretty much ready to go. I would say if this is a really like a $10,000 paint job, you know, cost-wise, probably would have went ahead and just 2K primed the whole car, but this is kind of the quickest, easiest route we decided to go. A lot of you guys have been asking me how to tape door jambs. We are going to be doing the jams on this car. We're taking it up a notch. I'm going to show you guys how to do the jams. Then we're going to get taped up, rest of the car taped up. We're going to get some paint in the gun, and we're going to get the spraying. All right, so there's some people that'll probably say I'm a hack for doing this, or this is the totally wrong way to do it. But basically what I do is I just create a web when I'm trying to tape a jam, and I'll go from either the rubber to the rubber, or if we take the rubber off, I'll go from that little metal strip that's underneath of the rubber to the next metal strip below it that's underneath the rubber, because you're not going to see that, so it doesn't matter what's paint or not. Create that web, secure it, test it, make sure it's good, and all you're going to do is just put your paper over top of that, guys. That's literally all you have to do. Create that webbing so you have a good backing, paper it up really good, tape it up, and that's it. I get a lot of questions on, you know, when to use primers, how to use primers, why do you use them, what jobs should you use them. This is a perfect example right here of why you really must use a primer sealer on a job like this. When a car is like 5 different colors and shades, you know, it's really best to just give it one good solid gray foundation to paint over. That way you don't have any dark spots, light spots, etc., in your base coat. So that helps as well. Also, this car was a little bit rougher. You know, we did a lot of heavy sanding on this car. There's probably still some 180 grit scratches in it, or 400 grit scratches. And this primer sealer, you know, will really help fill in a lot of those prep scratches and some of those questionable, you know, areas that were sanded, and give us a really smooth foundation for our base, which is really, really crucial. So I know a lot of you guys are probably looking at this first coat of base like, wow, he put on that one super wet. There's a reason behind that. So I'm just going to throw this out there. A lot of the paints found on TPC Global and eBay, you know, you have to under reduce these base coats to get the proper amount of pigmentation so you can get full coverage on these base coats. If you mix these things 1-to-1, these cheaper base coats, you're not going to get any coverage at all. You're going to be basing for hours. So what we do is we put less reducer in the paint. Thus for the paint's a little bit thicker, so you got to spray it on a little bit wetter so that it flows out flat and smooth. And that's the reason behind that.
Kids who get high repeatedly don't want to come down. His real inspirations come to him now when he's stoned on grass.
Alright guys, that is going to wrap it up. I have to correct myself. This is actually a $300 paint job. I only ended up using half of a SMR 42 kit. Talk about this clear coat a lot. I know it's kind of more of our expensive clears. I think it's like $150 currently per kit, but you really only need half of a kit to do a full size, full car, smaller car. The clear has such a high solids content, you actually end up using less clear to get that build that you want out of your finish. So it actually, in my opinion, is almost more economical sometimes than our cheaper clears. This particular color is Burnout Blue. It's just a generic eBay base coat. I wasn't too crazy about it. I got a little bit of orange peel in the base. Probably should have used a slow reducer because the weather isn't like full on winter yet. I used a medium because I was scared because it is starting to get cold. So I used a medium, which caused a little bit of orange peel in the overall finish, but I'm still pretty happy with it. Overall, this is a driver quality car. This is not a show car. It's not what we were going for. My man Cody over here, he's gonna be daily driving this car every day until literally, until the wheels fall off. Even after the wheels fall off, he's probably gonna get another set, keep driving it. So, it's a little wavy. It's got a little waviness in the bodywork. We weren't too concerned about that. We got most of the really, really big stuff out of it. Primer sealed it, base coated, clear coated, and this is the end result. $300 paint job. We've been working super hard on this car, months on end. He would come up after work. We work on it for like a day and a half. It was kind of a tricky situation because, like I say, he does daily drive the car. So we would work on it for like half of a day or like a full day, then we have to get it back together, get it on the road. But overall, for the conditions and what we got, we got a really, really good quality paint job for under $400. That is going to wrap it up for this one, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, new videos every week.